So in this video, I'm going to share 7 profitable business ideas for 2025. Some of these I have operating at the moment and they're making money for myself. So I wanted to share them with you in this video here today. A couple things right off the bat. First of all, we're not selling you some type of online course here. This is all free information that you can take and you can use to start your own business in 2025. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. Okay, so the first business that I would really consider starting in 2025 is being a social media producer. Now, there's a huge difference here between being a social media influencer and someone who is behind the scenes producing content, partnering with influencers to help them get out content. So I see a lot of people who want to have some involvement in social media. They see people making millions of dollars as influencers, but they don't want to be on screen. I totally get that. I used to be an influencer. I had my YouTube channel. I ended it at some point because I didn't want to be on screen anymore. I don't like the publicity, right? A lot of people fall into that category. You don't want to be on camera. So here is how you do it, okay? You partner up with people who are attempting to be influencers or who are micro influencers, and you partner with them as a share of revenue and try to get them to get more followers and make more money. So a great example of this is podcast. So you can be a podcast producer, find someone in your network. Maybe this is a friend that you went to school with or someone that you know through work who has recently launched a podcast, and maybe it's relatively small, they're not doing well, but you see some potential. You can partner with them, say that you will be their producer, you will help them film the videos, you will edit the videos, you will get them guests on their podcast, and in return, you get maybe 20% or 30% of the income from what that podcast produces, okay? And so what you're doing, you're basically the manager behind the scenes, pulling the strings, operating things, and making money without having to actually be on camera. I think there's a lot of opportunity here, and I think it's because you can do this with multiple different influencers or podcasts all at the same time. So there's more leverage versus if you're just going to go out and be an influencer yourself. I think this is one of the most overlooked strategies and techniques for social media in 2025. I can do a full deep dive on this video if you'd like to hear more about it and like the ideas behind this, because you could either do a revenue share where you're getting 20-30% of the revenue from that influencer for managing and operating everything, getting them brand deals, or you can do a flat fee, which I don't know if I would recommend as much, but you could do a flat fee, charge them $500 a month, and in return, you're operating their podcast, you're putting out TikToks for them, and you're doing all the editing and putting it out there for them on a flat fee basis. I think the revenue share is a lot more lucrative. So I can go full video on that and give like a 30-minute breakdown on exactly how I would operate that business in the next year. But I really think you can do it. Even if you don't know a lot of influencers out there, you can cold DM, you can cold email micro influencers, people who you think have potential, and help them to get off the ground and really take it to the next level. I really think anyone could do this year. Okay, now let's talk about the next business idea. But before we do that, I want to quickly share something that's really important for starting a business in 2025, and that is going to be forming an LLC, setting up your company, making it legitimate. Whatever type of business you decide to start, you really do, or you should have a formal company created for this. And you can use something like Taylor Brands. I'll leave a link to them down below in the description. They'll help you set up your LLC, make it professional. You'll get a professional email. You can make a website with Taylor Brands. You can do all these different things on this service. Their entire business is just helping you to create your business, launch your business, and make it formal with legal documents and everything else that you might need. So I'll leave a link to them down below if you want to do that. I really would suggest it, and it's a tremendous help for us whenever we want to set up new companies. We use Taylor Brands to help us form those LLCs. So I'll leave that link down below. Let's talk about the second business idea, which is running ads. Now, I know you've probably heard of this before. People talk about running Google ads, running Facebook ads, but the truth is, this is something that is a skill that not many people really know how to do. And I know it sounds boring, sitting around learning how to operate Google ads, learning how to optimize Facebook ads and Instagram ads and TikTok ads and Snapchat ads, but this is something that really has a lot of value in it. And it's very clear to business owners, if you can make them more money through your ad strategies, you're going to be able to charge a lot of money, okay? And it really only takes a couple of clients to be able to do this. So, getting clients can be pretty difficult, but lucky for you, we have ads videos, ads tutorials for pretty much all the major ads platforms. So we have a Facebook ads tutorial, Google ads tutorial, Snapchat ads tutorial. I think we have a YouTube ads tutorial as well, showing you how to do this all for free. We don't charge anything to show you how to do this. You can learn a lot for free on the internet on how to run ads. I really just think this is a great business because there's no cost upfront to you. You can learn how to do this. It's a high value skill that not many people have that you can sell to businesses and help them make money, whether it's an e-commerce business or a local business in your area, it can be a little bit competitive. There are some other people who run ads out there, but if you are the best at it and you obsess over it, I really think you can get a lot of clients and do pretty well for yourself with this type of business, especially because there's no cost to start it. Okay, so the third business idea here is a little bit niche, but I think it's one that has a lot of potential and I don't see people talking about it. And that is grant writing. So writing proposals for grants for businesses, for nonprofits, for people. So let me explain how I would operate something like this. There's a lot of grant money out there, basically free money that is offered by the government or offered by other types of nonprofits or initiatives, and they will literally give grants, which is like free money to people who ask for it. But a lot of people don't actually ask for it. So what I think would be a really interesting business idea is to approach businesses. It could be even things like landowners, for example. There's grants out there to protect endangered species on people's land. So I know there's one in Pennsylvania. I don't know if it's around anymore, but if you were a landowner, you could write a proposal for a grant to protect a certain species of bat. And basically you would get money from this organization to then do things to your land to improve the habitat of your land to help the bat, right? So you could write grants for organizations, for companies, for nonprofits, and you could either get a flat fee by writing these proposals for them for like government grants, or you could try to do some type of revenue share. I'm not exactly sure how that would work. If you want to do like a split, like if you write a proposal for $100,000 grant from the government and they get that grant, maybe that business or that person pays you a certain amount on top. I'm not sure if you could do that or if you would just charge a flat fee, but I do think there's something there that I would really love for people to explore in 2025, because the truth is a lot of people just don't know that they're eligible to get grants from the government or from other organizations that are offering money. It's kind of similar to like college scholarships. A lot of kids don't realize that they can apply for all these different scholarships. Like there are thousands of scholarships out there. They don't apply for them. If they were able to apply to all of them and pay someone to write these proposals for them, they can end up getting tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in free college scholarships from all these different things. So just something, some food for thought on a potential business idea for this coming year. All right, the next business opportunity is going to be affiliate marketing, specifically with TikTok Shop. Okay, so I think we all know that TikTok is one of the biggest social media platforms out there, and you'll see people who are already doing this quite a bit, where they are promoting products, they're talking about products on TikTok, and then you can click on it and you can buy the product right in TikTok Shop. In fact, there are people who are making quite literally hundreds of thousands of dollars per month being creators, and they're just posting content about different types of products that they might be using. This could be something as simple as hair gel, or this could be something as simple as mouth tape that people are promoting, or like creatine gummies. I see people making tens of thousands of dollars as creators by just promoting products on TikTok Shop. So use creatine gummies, for example. You find a product on there that you really like, you start to promote it, you partner with that company, and you start to tell people about how you use these creatine gummies and how they've helped you in your life, and you can make a lot of money. You get a commission every time someone clicks on the link in the TikTok Shop video that you've posted, and they click on it and they buy something through that link. You're going to get paid. You're going to get paid, and you don't actually have to be the one selling the product. Like, you're not dealing with customers, you're just promoting it and getting paid by that creatine gummy company. This is, once again, one of those types of businesses where there's no cost up front to get started, and there's a potential for large amounts of money if things go well. Now, outside of TikTok Shop affiliate marketing, if you want to do something a little bit more without your face on camera, you can do things like affiliate marketing with websites, with blogs. I still have lots of blogs that make us money with affiliate marketing. When people search things on Google, for example, farmland investing, I have a blog that shows people how to invest in farmland, and we get paid from a couple of different companies when we show people how to invest in farmland. So it's a basic blog, and it makes us money every single month. I'll have a full tutorial on how to do affiliate marketing. I'll leave a link to that down below in the description. It's super relevant for 2025, and I highly would recommend it because there's really very little cost, almost no cost to getting this business started and at least trying it out. All right, so the next business idea is going to sound simple, but once again, I really don't see people doing this. This is something that I do myself. It's buying land and then making passive income off of that land through a variety of different ways. So, for example, you could buy land in an urban area and turn it into a parking lot. Now, you might have to get some zoning approvals, some permissions from the local government, but imagine you can buy a plot of land, turn it into a parking lot, and then just make money on it every time someone parks their car in your paved lot. How difficult is that? It really is passive income. Sure, there's a couple things you have to deal with, but that is one idea that I want you to think about. Now, going outside of that, we can look at big plots of land. For example, I buy timberland, and what we do with this is we buy large tracts of timberland. Then you can log those properties, not clear cutting like the Amazon rainforest, but do selective harvests and cut certain trees out to make the forest more healthy. But also, you make a good amount of money from selling those trees so people can build their houses, they can make cardboard, they can build this desk with the wood. That has to come from somewhere. It comes from trees. And so you can buy land and make money from so many different sources from that. You can lease it to hunters. You can, put oil wells on your property if you wanted to. I don't think I would really do that, but that's just one of the many examples. You could put solar panels on the property. There's so many things you can do. If you own land, you can turn that into a business. I mean, you could even just buy a plot of land, subdivide it, and then sell it in smaller chunks for a higher price per acre than what you bought it for. And that itself can make you a lot of money. So I just think overall buying land is really lucrative, and nobody really talks about it as a potential business idea, but it's something that I do to make money, and I'm going to continue to do in 2025 to make money. All right, so the next business idea is going to be a pretty simple one, and this one is going to be more so offline. So a lot of people think they need to do all these online businesses with AI, but I want you to think a little bit more simple. You could start a business where you do small construction of sheds, of chicken coops, of dog houses, of tree houses for your neighbors and people in your local community. So if you're pretty good with a hammer and nails and screws and drills and everything, and you have some carpentry skills, I would recommend doing this. There's two methods you can use on this. You can either build, say, like small chicken coops and then sell them online, sell them on Facebook Marketplace, sell them on Craigslist even, people still use, or you can do basically a cost plus strategy on this where you can just contract it. So if someone says, I really want a chicken coop built, you can look at it, you can drop some plans, you can share it with them, then you can build it and then charge them a premium on top of whatever the cost of the materials were to build that structure for them. Now, I'm not saying you should go out and build like a house from scratch if you have no experience, but there are smaller things that are pretty fun to do. I played around with this a little bit when I was younger. I tried to build a couple of things for some people and charge some money for it. It didn't work out as well as it could have, and that's just because I wasn't as skilled with my woodworking as I could have been, but it is still one that I think could be a nice, fun weekend hobby where you can build different structures, like small structures, like a shed for someone's backyard, and then charge them for that. Once again, you can do pre-built, you can build it and then try to sell it, or you can offer that service to your neighbors, to people in your local community, and then, look at the cost of materials and then charge them a little bit more than what it costs for the materials for your labor. So that's just an idea there. That's a lot more simple and not like as online of a business, but one that I still think could be a pretty great side project that you could do on the weekends to make some extra money. All right, so the last business idea that I'm going to share with you, it's not necessarily a specific idea, but it's more of a concept, and I really, really want you to hear me on this because it's going to absolutely help you to find a business to start in 2025. And here's what I want you to get if you get anything out of this video, it's right here, okay? What you need to do, or what you could consider doing, is take a concept or a business that's working in a specific market and bring it to a new market. So for example, there is this company called All Shucks Corn. They sell cobs of corn at festivals, local areas in Pennsylvania. They make so much money. They charge like $7 for a cob of corn, and they sell guaranteed hundreds of thousands of cobs of corn every single year. It sells super well, but a lot of people don't know it outside of Pennsylvania. So you take something that's working in an area and you bring it to a new market. Maybe say you take it to Wisconsin, or you take it to somewhere in California. You know the business model works in one place. You can take it and replicate it in a different area, obviously under a different name, and don't like steal their IP or anything like that. But this is what a guy that I was talking to, had dinner with them a couple years ago, started this company called Spin. They have like scooters and bikes that you can take all over around cities, kind of similar to like Lime or Bird scooters. And I asked him how he got the idea for that. This is in 2017. He was the first one to bring that to the US. And he said he was visiting some friends in China, and he noticed that they had those bikes that you could ride around and then just leave on the street, and the scooters you could leave on the street. He saw that in China. It was working in China. So he said, let me bring this concept to the US. And he was the first one to launch it in Austin, Texas, I think in like 2017. And then Bird and Lime and these other scooter companies started after him. But he basically just took a concept, brought it to the US, and it worked really well. And he made a lot of money. I could come up with countless different examples of how this concept would work. So what I want you to do is look at what's working in your local market, or maybe you're traveling abroad, you see something that's selling really well, bring it to the United States, and see if that sells. That's just a really great way to find a business idea. So I hope this video was valuable to you in some way. If it was, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more videos like this. Check out Taylor Brands if you want to start a business, you want to get that LLC formed, get your website created and everything else. I'll leave some more links down below in the description for resources. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you have a great 2025.